Well, hello, Portview family. It's time again to introduce to you another spiritual exercise. And this month, it is generosity. Usually, we hear the word generosity and we think of finances, but it's so much more than that. Because as disciples of Jesus, we realize this one truth, that everything we have comes from God. The creation of the world stemmed out of God's generosity. And once we understand that truth, that everything we have comes from Him, we find it more easy to live our life from living with clenched fists to living with open hands. Generosity refers to living our life with our time, our talents, our finances, our kindness, our attitude, everything poured out as an offering to Christ. And generosity matters because it loosens fear and selfishness and the mindset of scarcity that so many of us live with. The false narrative of scarcity says we live with a pie, that once the pie of finances is gone, once the pie of time is gone, it's gone. But when we live with the true narrative that God is our supply, that somehow in His economy, He's going to make it possible to get everything done if we stop and talk to that person to encourage them. Or once we use that talent to do the thing He's asking us to do, somehow in His economy, He's going to make it possible for us to do that thing. Or if He asks us to give financially to that thing, He somehow is going to make it possible to pay our bills. So this month, we are challenging you to do a few different things. One week it's going to be random acts of kindness. Another week it's going to be to ask the Lord, open my eyes to the needs around me and show me what You're asking me to meet. Another week it's going to be to ask some questions to say, Lord, how am I living with the clenched fists in regard to my finances? And how am I honoring You or not honoring You in my finances? And then lastly, how am I using my talents generously towards You? Or how am I not? And what are You asking me to do? Scripture says this in Proverbs 11:25. A generous person will prosper, and whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. And so we are really excited about what God is going to do this month in prospering you and in refreshing you, not just financially, but in so many ways, because we serve a big God, a God who will provide in so many ways as you step out and you trust Him. Generosity is not about having more, it's about trusting Him more. Every act of generosity, small or big, forms us into people who look more like Jesus. And that's what these spiritual exercises are all about, being transformed into His likeness. So this month, let's ask the Lord to open our hands and soften our hearts and make us joyful givers of whatever He has entrusted us to. We're praying for you. Remember, these exercises are available hard copy in the Connection Center or online at the Church Center app. And as always, we're always here to walk alongside you in whatever the Lord is doing inside of you. So bless you. We're praying for you.